Hello and welcome to some more Sims 4. Let me get my bearings here. Trying to remember where we left off. I remember I was messing with this countertop after I quit recording, and I think I'm going to have to scrap the idea. It can be done, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to like reshape the room because the way that these like pillars line up with the countertop just doesn't work. So, gonna rip it out, I think, and just put in normal countertop was my last idea before I kind of quit for the day, quit thinking about it. For anyone who's maybe new to the channel, I'd just like to mention that, you know, my Sims videos where I build stuff is kind of like a vlog type thing. You know, it's like my own version of therapy. You know, I get in here. In The Sims, there's no monsters that are going to kill you. It's very slow. I can just come in here and, you know, pour my thoughts out and, you know, I don't even have to think. And sometimes that's nice when you play a video game. Volume seems a little loud to me. Let me turn it down. Alright, move all this stuff out. Let's delete it. It sucks because I sunk a lot of time into that, but because I really thought I could get it to work, and I'm sure I could, but you know, at some point you gotta let it go. And, you know, let's stick with butcher block. I was kind of thinking maybe a darker butcher block. I mean, black actually would kind of go with the color scheme here. Because we have the black shelves, and the refrigerators are black. That might actually work. We could do actually a mixture of black and blonde. Or ebony wood and blonde wood. So let's turn this. I was kind of thinking, is there a bar that comes in that? Yeah, look right here. So then, yeah, ebony, there we go. So then it actually looks like something that people would walk up to. Plus maybe we could squeeze in a few bar stools, you know, if we're lucky. Please go over here. Putting it at the wrong spot, you know, that never works. But as I was saying, you know, the Sims videos are kind of like, you know, kind of vloggy. And, you know, first story that I have to tell is about my chickens. I know, surprise, surprise. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. You see, I like that so much better than the other thing. And it took, what, all of 15 seconds? Where the other one, I was piddling with it for like 45 minutes. But the other day, I guess, was it 2 days ago? I was like sitting, watching TV, and I heard like some really loud noises coming from outside and had no idea what it was. I thought maybe like a tree limb was hitting something, or, you know, I had no idea. So I went outside, and there was a freaking raccoon on top of my chicken coop trying to rip up the roofing. Oh, these chairs don't look bad in here. Trying to rip up the roof. The roof on my chicken coop is like... Have you ever seen, like, a tin roof on somebody's house? Like, the shape of it, how it's, like, grooved? It's not a tin roof, but it's in the shape of that, but it's a piece of... like vinyl plastic, like really durable outdoor plastic, and he was trying to rip that off, and I ran out there, and he got so scared he fell off the roof because it's really slick because it's just plastic, and he like fell off the roof and was like hiding behind the chicken coop, and I like stomped on my deck to really just scare him because, you know, he's gonna kill my freaking chickens, right? Like, yes, he's a cute raccoon, and you don't want to hurt him, but he's gonna kill my chickens. Like, that's what raccoons do, okay? They kill things, and they eat it. Not all things, you know. A lot of the time, they're looking for, like, you know, trash they can eat, but it is not above a raccoon to break into a chicken coop and kill them and eat them. So... after I knew he was like kind of into the tree line a little bit, I let the dogs out, and they, you know, Lola can smell him. The puppy doesn't really get it quite yet, but you know, she ran alongside Lola for the ride. But Lola can smell him, and she ran off after him. She's a Pomeranian. She's never going to catch him. You know, she's really small. That raccoon can climb a tree. She's never going to catch him, so I wasn't, like, too scared about her getting hurt. She kind of knows her limits. She's a really smart dog. And she's a Pomeranian, so she's kind of a herd dog. You know, they were used in Northern Europe for herding sheep. So she doesn't want to catch anything. She just wants to herd it. She just wants to bark at it and make it move, you know? With proper training, I really think Lola could be a decent decent herd dog. You know what if we actually just have 2 seats down here? That makes more sense anyway, right? Because people are going to be over here ordering, and, you know, 2 down here can just sit. You know, 2 friends sitting, having their protein shakes. Lola has actually treed not one raccoon. She has treed 2 raccoons at the same time. When we first moved into this house, she treed 2 raccoons because, you know, we're from the city. So if anything's ever outside, it's like a cat or, you know, other city animals, rats, unfortunately. But, you know, she will chase that, and I was never worried about it. And out here, it's like, you know, there's possums and raccoons. But I think she's smart enough to, you know, not catch it. Not that she could. But, yeah, she's treed 2 raccoons before, which I thought was pretty impressive of her. Alright, we're going to need a rug out here. Somewhere. Because it is all concrete. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to leave this sofa in, but I just need to kind of get the space of the room. Like, what can we fit in here? So, a couch will fit in here actually pretty nicely. Still have room. We could even shift it. That's a pretty wide walkway. Even if it's busy in here, you know, people can get in and out through that. Over here is going to be really blank. We need to put something over here. Maybe we should have another merch table over here. It could work. I don't know. Well, I'm working on the couch. Alright, let's just get a couch in. What would we use? Something that's more modern. Because, you know, we are going with, like, concrete floors, floor-to-ceiling windows. I'm not totally set on these bar stools either. But the other things we have to choose from aren't really... I mean, these are okay, but I've used them so many times. I want to use something else. I don't think I've ever used these, and they're not too bad. We'll leave them for now. See if we can maybe find a couch that would go with them. Ooh, you know what? This would not be too bad. I think it's clipping right there. But yeah, so sent the dogs after the raccoon. Haven't seen him back around. So I think we scared him off pretty good. Hoping he's not going to be coming back. Because, you know, give him one. He's had 1 strike. I'll give him 1 more. But the 3rd time, he's got to go. And it's not like, you know, we live in the freaking woods. So we can call somebody to trap the raccoon and, like, take him somewhere. I could trap it myself, but where am I going to take it? You can't just release a raccoon on someone's property. That's illegal. And I'm pretty sure in Missouri, you can't take a raccoon and release it in, like, a state park or something. Like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So I catch it, and then what am I going to do with it? Just have a pet raccoon? Am I going to try to tame it like Pocahontas? Like, it's just not going to work. So, you know, if he has 3 strikes against him, he's going to have to go. You know, to heaven, to raccoon heaven. Unfortunately, I don't want to do it, you know. I'm going to give him 3 chances. So it's going to be on him, okay? And it's not like I even have bird feeders up anymore, because I used to... Oh god, when we first moved here, I like actually became a little obsessed with birds, and one time I think I had like 6 bird feeders in my yard, which did attract a lot of raccoons because they would come and try to eat on it at night, but not gonna fit there, huh? I bet nothing else will either. I could use move objects on though. But yeah. They like the bird feeders, which is probably why this one is coming back around It probably remembers from, you know, years past that it ate here. But once I got the chickens, I started reading that wild birds can get your chickens sick when they're real young, and I got my chickens when they were day old. So for the last year, I had quit putting out the bird feeders just to, you know, cut down on sickness chances. There's gotta be something I can fit in there, right? Something's gotta fit in there and look halfway decent. Oh, just like that. Okay, well, that was easy. And we even have white and black. Okay, I really like that. We're gonna have to put a carpet on the ground to complement it because it sticks out like a sore thumb right now, but I can make it work for sure. I wanted to, well, they have an opening over here. I thought about wrapping the counter all the way around and having an opening in the middle, but I don't know. Some people, this blonde wood next to this ebony wood might drive them crazy, but I kind of like it. You know, I've always been a firm believer in wood matches wood. So, you know, if you have a cherry chest of drawers and you have, you know, oak flooring and you have a walnut china cabinet, like, to me, it all goes together, you know, to a certain extent. Of course, there's always exceptions to the rule, but to me, I think wood goes with wood, no matter what color, but, you know, personal opinion there. All right, let's try to find a rug. Not comfort, decoration, please. And what else has been going on in my life? I bought a camera, like, off eBay the other day. Randomly, it was like a 2 a.m. purchase because that's the only time I can ever online shop, apparently, is when I'm, like, halfway asleep, browsing Amazon, eBay, all those things. And I bought a camera. It's an older camera because I've learned okay, so if you've ever seen my Banished video, I talk about my mom in one of them and how she kind of goes from hobby to hobby very quickly. And I've kind of inherited that from her. Like, I find something that I love and I like, for 3 weeks, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to learn. That's all I want to, like, research about. And then it kind of dies off a little bit. And so I've learned that when I find a new hobby or a new interest, not to invest a ton of money into it right away. If that was like black and white patchwork or like a grayscale patchwork, I really like that rug. I want that rug for my real house. Maybe toned down a little bit, not so blue, maybe a little more gray. But other than that, I love this patchwork. I could use that in another house. I'm going to have to remember that. I knew this rug was here, but I don't think I've ever looked at the color options because I really like this blue. But yeah, so it's an older camera I bought because we live up on a bluff, so we have like a really cool landscape view of like some Missouri foothills, and we don't really have any pictures. I mean, we took pictures of like on our cell phone, but I mean, you know how that goes. Taking a picture on your cell phone is nothing compared to the real thing, and I don't think a camera really will be either, but you know, I just wanted one, and it was 2 a.m., and it was like 3 minutes until the auction was over, and it was a really good price as far as I could tell doing my online research. The only thing that scares me is that the person that sold it had no reviews on eBay, but I looked at the camera, at her pictures, and like her description and stuff. He or she seemed, you know, legit. I'll let you know. Ooh, did we just find our rug? You know, I really like it, but those tan bars might not be what I'm really looking for. So yeah, bought a camera. And another thing is, I have no pictures of Mew or Lola, like good quality pictures of Mew or Lola when they were babies. So Athena's still a baby, and I want some good freaking pictures of her. I have a couple of Lola, but again, they're cell phone shots. They're just not... They're not what I'm looking for, you know? And Athena has already, like, doubled her size. Too fancy, too fancy. That's, like, formal house. Okay, there has to be, like, a modern kind of rug. I really wish this striped rug came in something I liked. But it's... Ooh, here we go. Is this... Okay, this can work if we have the right colors. Green... Again with the blue. We do have a blue theme going, though. And I need to blue it up a little more, I think. That could work. I'm going to leave it for now. I might want to change the bar stools, though, to those bar stools I always freaking use. Alright, we're going to leave it for now. I'm going to work on the basketball court for a minute. Because I want to see how I'm going to get this to work. Walls up. I'm gonna need... I think I'm gonna have to have a wall out here. Let me try this little idea I had, though. You can't alt these, really. Okay, disappointing. Grids on, then, please. And will you stick to that? Of course not. I really thought maybe because it was like a support structure that you could hang things to it, but of course not. Alright. I think I'm just gonna have to do a wall, but okay, let's... Okay, no. No, please go away. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. So that means that our middle is right here. Which means in order to place something in the middle of this wall, I'm gonna have to have 2 wall blocks, or 2 wall squares, or 2 wall links, whatever you want to call it. And I would put that there. You know what? Actually, reverse. If we're only going to have 1 hoop on this court, which is kind of meh to me. I really wanted to have 2, but I don't think our court's quite big enough to have 2. And, of course... In this version of The Sims, you can't put a wall on the edge, but, you know, that's okay. Not gonna complain too much. And... Oh, that's not what I meant to press. Sorry if you had a black screen there for a minute. Trying to see if I could alt the wall. I don't think I ever tried that, but I can tell you it does not work. And again with this, like, extra high wall bits that I just don't need and don't understand why I have to have when it's not connected to the other building, but whatever. And you know what? We'll paint it brick, maybe? Brick? Or should we just go with the cinder blocks that's everywhere else? Oh, and it's gonna do the weird lighting thing. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Whew. Had me scared there for a second. That looks a little weird, but there's just not a lot that we can do about it. I might be able to put a border around the bottom. I'm not 100%. Okay. That's something. That's a thing that could be interesting. Where would this must be a oh, it has to be something above the ground floor. I see. All right. Well, that's fine. Athena, you okay down there? She must be dreaming. She's doing some weird body movements. Well, there's the basketball court. I don't like that color on that. Do we have something lighter? There we go. That looks better. But I was thinking, you know, before I ever even thought about the cinder blocks, I was thinking just brick, you know? A brick wall, waterfall, girl, you think you know it all. I don't know. I think it looks better. So maybe I do know it all, you know? Alright. Lose the troll attitude. And where would we put our balls? Ha ha. Where would we put these? Probably over by the door, right? Let's get a second one, a second rack. Balls and rack. Haha, just going all out here. Reel it in, Arkies. Reel the troll in, please. Alright. You know, put them all different directions because you know some people just be throwing them up there, not trying to make them look good or nothing. I would be one of those people. And we'll put a couple. And do we have a patch of grass where someone might want to kick a soccer ball around? You know, you bring your kids to the gym. You know, you're going to be one of those people. I would never do that, by the way. I do not bring your kids to the gym and not watch them. Okay? It's just rude. However, if someone's going to do it, you know, we'll give a couple soccer balls that the kids can play with. Football, if anyone would be interested. And I kind of thought that maybe having like a little yoga place outside or like somewhere where you could do a little bit of free weights might be interesting, useful, maybe even. I thought about opening up here as well, which just seems like a good idea to me. Just let me place it, please. And no, not gonna let me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Being a little wonky for a second. That's fine. We're all a little wonky sometimes. Now, we did have like this really tiny space up here, and now we have like room with a weird shadow in the middle. Okay. Just a floaty island. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, now we have like room up here, so I'm not done with the basketball court, by the way. This is irking me, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it. So, I'm going to come back to it. You know, we got our ideas on the board down here. We'll come back.